And we're back here with a little Vertigo. Endpoint maybe feeling a little hot under the collar, a little nervous after that one, as they're going to need to get a little bit of fire going here on Vertigo and keep sAw from getting off to a hot start. Looks like we're getting a ramp fight right off the rip. Straightforward pistol play, straightforward death for MHL and Heavy God, and it's starting off poorly here, Alan.
It's not looking good. There's so many nades for this T side as well. They went 3 nade sets. They got so much just to dump onto this bomb site. Fezzle does find one. He needs a whole lot more flashing through. It's aggressive. It doesn't work, but I guess he felt like he had no other option, and now he's looking really rough for Endpoint.
sAw really needs to get something going on the flank. He will find one. One's not enough. Needs a little bit more. Ooh, Max is the kid at the very least. sAw has bought some time, but I mean, Max, this might just be a stick and pray, and I don't think his prayers are going to be answered. There's too many alive for you to trust that they're all just going to miss. He's not got the health. Body shots will take him down, and it's a headshot. Why not? Extra style points here from Utiris. Utiris just looked at his skin, judged which USP was better, and picked it up. That's how relaxed he is right now.
He's got that extra brain capacity. Got a lot, well, I guess not a lot on his mind. He's in the moment. He's not overthinking it. That's how it's done, boys and girls. Don't overthink it. Just go with the flow. Apply that to any context and it's pretty much true.
I mean...
Apart from air traffic controllers.
Yeah, doing your taxes. Doing your taxes is one.
It always works out in the end, right?
I mean, sometimes the jail time. It's tax season
worst
for me
case
right
scenario?
now.
I just move to Cyprus.
There you go. Flee the country.
That's the solution.
Always a good sign. I mean, that is a time-honored British tradition, is fleeing the country to avoid taxes, right?
It's more of a Cypriot tradition. We won't get too much into it now, but Cyprus has a great tradition of mass corruption and then getting out of the country with suitcases of money.
Ah! Time-honored. That's the Alan Hender retirement plan right there, folks. Don't want to leak anything.
Retirement? Okay, maybe at 28, retirement.
All right,
I'll send you some pictures of Barbados.
We got the setup here on ARAM. They are in the right place at the right time. They don't have a lot to show for it, but the triple nades could get kind of spicy.
Oh,
they're all here. Oh, if they'd run in towards an A take, those triple nades would have shredded them. As it is, now Heavy God's got to connect some deep shots to make
they're getting good value out
of
that X-ray vision they paid for. Now they know where to go. It's just Heavy God. I don't think that smoke's going to deter them a great deal. Ooh,
they're waiting it.
Yeah,
rotation could be on. They still got these HEs, but the problem is that Roman hears this rotation. So they don't have to commit. The bomb's actually floating back the other way. Roman's heard everything. And the nades start to come out. One dropped. Besser pulls the trigger a little bit early. And now there's no one on A.
Yeah, we ended up in a spot where we're kind of defending neither bomb site.
A little push and pull here. Time's starting to get a little low. That's about the only thing you have going in your favor. The HEs will be here for the planter. Jerks is ahead of it, and he's going to start to find kills. Why not? 2 nice kills, so even if the planter comes out of play, and he won't off these HEs, still a decent round. Jerks just got dinged through the box. That doesn't feel good, but it's not really going to make much of a difference. They'll still be able to plant this bomb, no problem.
Should they just save? I don't think it's
Look at
worth.
the health, though.
It might not all be fully confirmed damage.
Yeah, they're backing off.
Yeah, they're backing off. What can we say? A round of push and pull, and Jerks comes out on top.
I like all these 5.7 skin designs where you just got a little guy on the end of your gun looking at you.
It's
always the 5.7.
It's homely. It's comfy. It feels good to know somebody's watching over you.
So like, little guy smiling back.
Yeah, just like 1984, that really happy book.
Yeah, cheerful, comforting. Always watching.
Do you have the show Big Brother in America?
I don't. I mean, we might. I'm not really a reality show guy. I'm familiar with Big Brother, though. I know, and I know
You're not a
like,
reality TV show guy. Oh, had you read wrong?
Not really.
Apart from Nailed It, of course, you can.
I do enjoy Nailed It. I do enjoy Bake Off. But outside of that, it's not necessarily my cup of tea. And then of course Drive to Survive. But that's like vaguely somewhere between a sports documentary and a reality show, so.
It's organized chaos. Is that one? Well, we've got another 4A stack from Endpoint. Hopefully this time, somebody comes to meet them.
That's a nice hit. Or Fester. Or Max. Oh, Roman gets a little overambitious about where he thought these pistols were, and the stack pays off in this one. 4-on-4. Problem is no one is defending B. So if they just rotate, you get this one all but for free. But it seems like sAw are incredibly comfortable just letting time whittle off this clock and killing them by bits and pieces.
It's a good strategy. I'd recommend. Goes through well.
Sorry, what was that Deagle skin there for Heavy God?
That listen, I don't judge.
I think I might know how he got the name. Bomb gonna go down. And well, I mean, there's an 8 here for MHL, but I don't think there's really much that we can expect out of this round.
A kill would be nice.
It would be.
I mean, given that they need to buy head armor, I guess they haven't taken any damage, so maybe there is logic. If they'd lost any armor, and MHO actually has, you could
also
maybe justify going for a kill.
Like, I know there's Galils on the other side, but I think you can probably get away with not buying head armor to get a little more utility in your first round. Especially when there's AKs on the other side. MHL does get that one.
Just a very green Deagle.
Yeah. Yeah, very green.
He loves trees.
He likes the green.
Yeah, he loves plants.
He just saw the leaves and thought, botany.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say, where there's smoke, there's fire, and right now, it seems like sAw are carrying that fire over from Overpass. Looking pretty good. MHL's got the ult, though. I'd like to see what he does with it. Seems like it's going to be the traditional A-ramp poke and prod. He's got a good spawn. Let's see if he can get the peak. Utility up early. I don't think they're going to give him the fight he's hoping for, and he's already shifting. He's already moving up his look. Maybe a boost step here? What do they want to do with MHL?
Yeah, we need Heavy God to light up as well. He needs to find some kills. Under a bit of pressure, and actually they're scaling up on the flashes. It's super awkward. First kill goes the way of that T side, and scaling up, it looks so good. I mean, Sirius even comes through mid without being contested. Wow, yeah. Pull the ripcord. This has to be a save already.
It does. Heavy God and Surreal out in not exactly a blaze of glory. Oh, tough one there for Endpoint. Their first gun round non-starter, but if they can keep these guns alive, at least it's salvageable. Perhaps into the next one, you can do something with it, right? Especially if you want to have that AWP up. Give MHL the chance to hunt still. sAw are detecting the weak points on the map, and right now it does seem like that B defense is a bit of a pinning point. We've mostly just seen it with pistols, but that has been the primary spot where if they're gambling to stack something, they seem to be leaving it largely vacant.
Yeah. Given that Endpoint are a map down in this series, and they haven't looked stellar on Vertigo as of late, it's surely starting to get a little bit hot and steamy in that boot camp room. Getting a little bit hard to breathe, and they need to start switching gears. They need to start making this work.
What do we have here early for the tees? Just usual spread. sAw aren't under any pressure at this point. Happy to let what come may. Embers all over the stairs here at the B site, and Surreal, he's dancing between them. He's made some noise, though. I think that has been heard, so they should have a decent idea that someone's aggressive. That nade tips him off. Surreal somehow dodged all the shrapnel. Get a re-smoke on, but he's not going to feel comfortable pressing this at all forward, and now they're stuck. But look at the position for Mighty Max. He got all the way down the side hall, down the scaffolding. He's giving it up, but he's pretty confident that it's not coming towards A, at least off the rip.
Starting to run out of nades, though, with these B players. Actually, Heavy God still has a smoke. That's good. That's very
Nice
good.
gap. Nice gap. Heavy God. Heavy God has just mollied his teammate, giving the ticks away. They certainly now know Surreal's still here. That was a bit of a choice. And continuing to burn. Setting a blaze on in. They seem to be loath to give up this confirmed information, but it's mostly just been harassment.
Here. Oh my lord.
There you
I don't
go.
think he did.
Okay.
Roman's not looking. There's actually so few nades on this T side. They have to make good on this contacts and with the advanced B positioning. Oh my lord, Endpoint peek right into it, but now they know. Now they know. Now they need to get the players over, but MHL can't connect. Oh god. It's falling apart.
That was the moment. That was the moment. Now, Fassar, he's got something to say about this, but his teammates, they're rotating up on the flank. Problem is there's nothing in front. The bomb's going to be down by the time Surreal and Heavy God get in action. Now their position's known, but at least they've got that first kill. 2-on-2. Defense being committed here in by the fence. They're not back away. They were hoping to get in towards elevator. And, oh, they've done it just in the nick of time. Right before Surreal comes around the corner. Bomb's not planted for them. And they don't have any utility to force this defuse off. If Endpoint just gets on it, it's going to be very tough to change their mind. Oh, Surreal's just going to stick. Surreal's just going to stick. There's nothing they can do about this. Never mind, Jerks. He finds the angle and the second as well. You Jerks cannot be stopped.
My god. It's starting to crumble.
Yeah.
It's starting to it's set ablaze on the CD side, isn't it? They need at what point which of these rounds have really been competitive? I guess this one goes 2-on-2 and but it doesn't look good in the afterplan. We're not covering each other. Someone's got to do something amazing. Someone has to make a massive individual play just to get Endpoint in this half, let alone contend for the map.
Trying aggression here out towards B. Heavy God will get a kill, but this could just be a frag because everybody else is being overwhelmed. Might be time to hide the M4. He's trying to do something cheeky with it. Story's coming looking. There we go. Heavy God. Maybe the post plant, but it's the alt found and he's away. Just yoinking this, trying to set it up for Surreal so they can take 2 guns through into the next round. Footsteps are going to be heard, but the question is, how much does sAw want to commit to this hunt? They've got money. They could do it. And Gutierrez is getting in towards spawn. Oh, this could get real cheeky. He just heard the scope up below him. He's got every bit of information. And he can't catch the kill. Heavy God continuing to blaze a trail for them to be able to save these guns into the next.
Roman's still coming for this. He knows both these players are low. Surreal doesn't pick the right angle. Get awkward. Gets the flick though. Gets the flick. And it looks like just about... Oh, you jokes coming in. But
they made it.
Not found.
They made it. They had to fight their way out. They made it.
In the end. It's still a moral victory. We need some rounds. We desperately need some rounds.
Yeah.
They've ran a lot of these free A starts with 2 trying to get B lobby control, and not necessarily that's been the problem, but at what point do you start thinking, let's just give a different look. Let's try something aggressive in mid. Let's oh no. Ooh. Oh, that's not the way we wanted this story to start.
Heavy God gone up in a puff of smoke. You know. Roman's position here towards long. Oh, that would have been a little bit cheeky, but MHL's actually ready for it. Still, he lost Mighty Max, so it's still Endpoint coming up the worst of this arithmetic. Even when they win, they lose. It's just nothing working well
when they
for
win,
Endpoint.
they lose. The story of Endpoint.
Surreal has to do it all. Lost his safe partner. From the first. Does he realize they're so close up? Oh my god, how does he get that? 1 HP. It only holds them at bay for a moment as Story continues ripping through this map. I think MHL thought a rifle was going to be much
I was going to say, there's no rifle on his side.
He dropped the op. Oh. He said, "Oh, get an AK on the way." Oh, they're where? They're through the choke point, you say?
Oh
and,
my lord.
Story will end that embarrassment. A 4K in the round. That was a huge round for the Opper. He's been good. He just haven't been called on in that many rounds. And this time, does he step to the plate?
Yeah, it was absolutely monstrous. And Endpoint just meeting the blunt end of that hole every single time. They seem to just be magnetized, peeking into it. Story gets the first. That's over towards B, and from there, they're just scrambling to reposition, and they just can't in time. Oh, no. Oh, no. Please, Endpoint, just give us... These guys have played so much Vertigo. Some of these individuals in particular over the last years and years, 3 years. They got to have something in the tank.
Fesser. Goodbye, Fesser. Nade's gonna chase.
No!
And uh-oh, he's out of there. I think Roman probably just spotted a little bit of a blip on the mini-map over that smoke, and that's what cued him off to commit to that fight, but it works out beautifully there. Surreal is the next one who has to stand strong, and he's going to be tested by Story, it seems, on that AWP, the boost up, checking for it. Hasn't seen him just yet. A little bit of a cheeky off angle here, but the peek gone in. One found trade there. Story just too quick with it. Will not allow the escape. MHL wants to test the smoke. He wants to go through. Flashbang in though. There you go. MHL and Heavy God. Finally, an advantage here for Endpoint. It doesn't feel like we've been able to say that this entire map. They need to realize, they need to capitalize. Roman, oh, he's brought down to the 1v1. Roman could do this all himself. A duel with Mighty Max. Captain of Endpoint has to bail them out to get their last round win, and Roman has cut noise. He's got a read on where Mighty Max might be playing from. He has the right idea, but when does Max go? Bomb's been retrieved. On the drop-off, Max has the right idea. The shot to the back. The timing is perfect. And finally, Endpoint are on the board.
Oh, still felt a little bit labored, but they'll take that. Any rounds are a result. It felt after this first kill onto Fezor. Could be a similar story to a previous couple of rounds where they're just repositioning the entire round. They can never get in a good spot. They were at a disadvantage for a little bit, but didn't get a good crossfire as these players were getting over that window area, over the ledge and in towards B. Problem is, only one player lived. Two kits, nades already lacking. Got a FAMAS out on Surreal. MHL has got no nades to speak of. It's not perfect, this investment, and they desperately need to chain rounds together.
God never had a chance at this one. Surreal goes down. It's already a save.
Lord.
It's already a save. It couldn't be worse, Alan. It could not be worse. They don't even have mid presence. They have nothing. Mutiris is gonna walk this smoke and Fesser? Okay, it's a disciplined play. I thought he might have disconnected for a moment there. Mutiris has walked past. You're gonna have to kill the Venture. He might kill your teammate. There it is. But I mean, this is disastrous. Your money's going to be in the toilet. Everything has gone wrong for Endpoint, and sAw are right back to their winning ways.
Yeah, and if you're going to lose a round, take it to a one-on-one. Drain all the economy you can. And look at this. It's just Fezor. He's got to hold on to this AK because it's all we're going to have. Moving forwards, you jerks. Need a swift demise, but maybe Roman can come in from behind. Awkward shots exchanged. Fezor's going to live.
Oh,
no, he can't.
no.
Oh, no. Look at the cash. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's going to have to be an almost full eco this late into the half for Endpoint, and... God. Wow.
I think this is the kind of round that you wake up in cold sweats with, Alan. Still this many
I hallucinate about games this bad. I hallucinate about games this bad.
Oof.
This one's been a bad trip so far.
Oh, all right,
okay.
Fesser. All right. That's the way to send those fears away. To get rid of those dreams. Well, the demons. Whoa! A 99 damage nade and the molly finish. 99. He hit him in the face and then blew up to give him 99. Because the maximum from an HE is 98. But it hit him to do the 1 point of damage. Oh, Roman. No mercy. No mercy from Roman. You're not getting away from him. No way, no how. A ramp. It's Roman's.
NCVDVD.
Perfect HE.
Carpe diem and all that Roman's doing at the moment. Seizing this round by the scruff of the neck. And you might as well go for this if you're Heavy God. I mean, you're already half buying.
Well, I mean, he's got the flowers on his gun because he likes his
very
part.
floral.
Heavy God gonna make a play on through. Ooh, drop down, traded out. Surreal. Alone. I've seen crazier things, Alan, but not many. Just makes this a little bit easier, as they do like to walk their smokes. Maybe Roman might want to get in position to guarantee this. There's no time. The round's already lost. Jokes is just going to go for the last frag. He's not going to get it. And Roman was back in spawn, actually? Huh?
Who knows? Who knows, but it's not really going to make any difference. I mean, we commented on this a few times during Endpoint games, but we need some pauses, guys. We need some pauses, because this is for elimination. They're not upper brackets. Endpoint's against elimination. They've already, after mounting a pretty good comeback, lost Overpass because of, let's say, some silly rounds or some rounds they certainly could have won in that first half. And some pauses right now are much needed. This is already damage limitation here in this first half. A quick discussion of what setups can we go for? How can we avoid giving up these early frags? Because that has been the downfall.
All right, hear me out. 5 rush mid, CT side. Just get weird. What do you think?
It might work in NA ECL, but not here.
I
In
mean,
the land of the
nothing they're
Romans.
doing is working here, Alan. Might as well get weird.
We need some NA strats. That's what it's come to. I think there's actually been, I think Heavy God played Ivy before for this team, so I think there's been a role swap where Heavy God's now the B anchor and Fezzle is the Ivy side player. And, well, these A guys have not had a good game, and this round looks to be a perfect case in point.
Jerks again, just relentless on these entries. The utility's so punishing always. Roman just seems to have the nades on point, on lock. We got Mighty Max under pressure. MHL has to secure mid, but now he's going to come in to check. At least the op is here. But I think this next kill, if they don't get a trade off of it, could just be the round. Could just be the save. Already called for. Backing away. Mighty Max wants nothing to do with this. MHL instead wants a bit. They're saving. Alan, they're saving.
Yeah. You could see that MHL felt like, if I can just get one kill. If I can just get one kill, maybe that'll entice my brothers into this fray. But it's not going to be... There's actually no smoke. There's no smoke, and this bomb needs to cross.
No one on the angle, though. Bomb's no down. Still, that extra kill should potentially drag them back. They're coming back into it.
In a game that, when you're already this far down, this feels like a must go for, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But you have a single smoke? A single smoke to make this happen? There's a nade, there's a Molotov on the other side, so if you don't commit that smoke to the bomb, you're going to be punished for it if Just is still alive. She should be. So the smoke goes down on the bomb, but they're not even going to be able to exploit it, and they're bailing. They're bailing. They didn't get what they wanted on the first look. They're already so ready to save. They're so itchy on this finger. Heavy Gut doesn't even get the op. He was scared. He was going to grab it. And he backs away, so no op for them. Nothing. Just as he gets the out. Yes, he does. One down, and that's a very costly loss.
Yeah, it is. It certainly is. One molly on towards the heaven side, the right side choke point, and Endpoint pull the ripple. They don't want to go in. They don't want to commit the elevator side players first and just try and force it out. And they lose 2 guns by virtue of not going straight into a save. They just about muster a buy here, but it's with no AWP. Fezzle has got basically no utility. And in a half where even when they've been fully laden, they haven't had the greatest opportunities to win rounds. Not going to feel any better about this one.
Professor having already caught an HE.
He's just magnetized, isn't he?
He really is. I think it's just... I think that... I would be curious to see the utility damage, because I feel like Roman has to have like 500 UVs right now. It's just stupid the amount of impact he's getting out of HEs. For once, the exchange actually does favor Endpoint here. They just still haven't found a kill off of it, and Jerks might be about to kill 2. It's totem pole boost up. He's got 1. Oh, he's chasing faster. You better get out of there. Jerks doesn't even have any health, and he's still fighting forward. It's still working out. The nade will chase, but it's already in their advantage, and Story just presses forward. His comrade dead. He says, all right, Jerks isn't going to entry for us. I'll do it myself. Bomb planted. Endpoint again locked out of a round. This is 11 on the board.
Oh
and
my
the
lord.
only answer Endpoint has gotten came down to a Mighty Max 1v1 clutch win. I don't know that I've seen a more one-sided game in ECL this season, Alan.
It's not the way either I or Endpoint wanted this to end. Not how we wanted the story to cease. The story in this round. My god. You know those scenes in World War II films where someone picks up the machine gun and just runs in?
Yeah.
With it blazing? That was what was happening here. Story was the point, man. And Surreal, he's completely surrounded right now. I'm impressed if he can survive. And he just about does.
I think that's been the only impressive part for Endpoint so far this map, has been being able to hang on to some guns in tough situations. But, yeah. 4
They just can't
HP.
find a way. They can't find a way to play A, can they?
4
At
HP.
any point in this half.
Junks just slides past all that util. Molly's down, nades down, HEs, and he still finds the kill. It's just absurd. It's just absurd. Stories post on this if they want to go for that aggressive play. Might find it doesn't suit them. Surreal, though. Opener and away. There you go. Way to maximize this rifle. I mean, look, they can get back to 4. It would still be disastrous, but it would be much less so than what we've seen so far. Faster. 1v1. Deagle out. No kill, though. Look at this damage. Look at
Yeah,
this
this
damage
is looking really good. Really good. Okay. Roman needs to do more, though. He has to do more, and he can't.
All right.
He can't. It's just 14 HP. And that's the round Endpoint wins. 1 rifle, pistols across the board. My lord.
Surreal just went off, man. This is where maybe sAw are getting a little overconfident, maybe a little loosey-goosey in their eagerness to get into the fights. Do have to remember there is another team on the server. Can't let them wake back up into this Vertigo game.
Sorry to say, but it still feels to me like too little too late. I mean, Endpoint has to get 4.
Yeah.
There is no debate here. They have to win these 2 remaining rounds. They still haven't shown on a gun round for a long time that they can get early advantages and look in a good position.
Oh.
Nades onto default are so punishing, and this isn't even an execute from sAw. They're just in the midst of their default. They're just applying some pressure. How does he... That's a catastrophe.
No, ramp again. Story. Just collected. MHL has gotten nothing over his opponent on the other side. And I mean, for sAw, right? They wanted to punish that aggressive B stance. If Endpoint were going to go for it again, they've done it quite a lot. This time, Endpoint fall back, which is the right read. But then as soon as sAw realize, they know the positions the players have to be playing, and that's when the HEs come out. And that's been so much of what sAw has done well on this map, is even just getting the damage up before they even see anybody. They predict these positions, and they line up the HEs with so much efficiency that they're just getting everything out of their utility every round.
You can see the difference between Overpass and this is sAw just looks so much more comfortable making those small decisions, don't they, throughout the round. On Overpass, yeah. I mean, that was a grueling T-side. That was a brute force way to win it. This has been much more subtle, much more composed, and they're putting Endpoint under so much strategic pressure as it was.
There's a player quad. They don't know about the player quad. Mighty Max gets a kill elsewhere. This is going to distract him. He got to activate. He needs more than 1. He's got 2. That's the bare minimum here. But it does set up his team with an advantage. Utility still coming in. Pressure onto Roman. He's low. Story trying to make something happen. They need a move, and he's going to do exactly that. But the bomb dropped, and it's over. 2 rounds chained together in what felt like it may have been an impossibility for so much of this game. And Endpoint, they're not quite ready to just go out with a pathetic whimper here. They've got a little bit more spice to them out.
I'm a little bit surprised they had the numbers here on B because they lose MHL so early. Maybe it's a bit of a gamble, honestly, being man down. But it worked, and having that player committed quad in Heavy God seems to go pretty well. The money is not good for sAw. Of course, 15th round, they're always going to invest. A couple of Galils, got a 1 AK in the mix. And you jerks had a lot of entries early on A in this half so far, and the timing is almost brilliant, but can't quite convert.
Got the space, got the kill, looking for more. Not quite going to have that, but his teammate is there, so it's all set up beautifully. Pressure on MHL. He's had a rough day at the office, and he'll catch a nade to make it that much worse. Oh, just trying to chase these kills back. He's blinded. He's under so much pressure, and it feels inevitable that he might go down. A no-scope hit makes it look a little better. Maybe viable for his teammates to retake. HG on Heavy God's way too late to deny this bomb plant. Wouldn't have killed me, Tiris, even if it was here. Heavy God's so wary that a player might be in towards mid, but sAw, no, they're just going for the straightforward play. They've got the site. They've got the bomb down. They're very happy to play the numbers on this. There's kits down here. Kits on the belts of these players, but they gotta go. They gotta go now. Another smoke up for the bomb. That's dropped. That's wasted, and so is Surreal. 12 rounds. Dominant half here from sAw, Alan.
Same scoreline as the first on Overpass as well, and whilst there was a bit of a recovery, this is such a more comfortable home turf for sAw. A brilliant half. They made so few mistakes. They pushed Endpoint in so many different directions, and none of those individuals on that CD side could find any force in this map. It's looking amazing for sAw. 4 rounds away, intriguing further ahead in this ECL playoffs.
And we're back, and the pistol round's already done. Okay, all right, Endpoint. That's a much-needed pistol, and apparently they've already got it, Alan.
Why am I denied the one bright moment? Oh, no. Well, okay. They needed that. They most certainly needed a pistol round. They needed anything to stem the tide, stem the derailed train that is sAw plowing into them. And they need to keep this round clean. They cannot make a mistake here against this force buy. That would be too much to bear.
sAw Dory, okay. We got a round on our hands here in towards mid. It's getting spicy. That bomb is still in the hands of MHL. He's got to get the heck out of Dodge. Let's see if Just can capitalize. His camera time. Does Surreal think he's cleared it? No, Surreal does not think he's cleared. It still takes a bullet of damage, but he makes sure that that's not going to go into complete catastrophe. And Fester's now brought it back to their advantage, actually. So this started out incredibly dangerous for sAw. But Endpoint just chilling out here. They're on the road to recovery. That's the bomb. That's the bomb. That's the bomb. No one's close enough. Allen, and now guns are going to be gained. Jerks, he spotted the player. Fester can't go up the ladder. Uh-oh. This is bad.
Keep an eye on the clock as well. When the smoke fades, we're going to be looking about 30 seconds. So we're going to stick around and fight, but if one of them can just stay alive, Endpoint have not got a lot of time here to make decisions.
They're committed. They're committed. They're both in this ladder position. Endpoint might be expecting to crossfire, but both from the same angle. That's surprising. Molotov, though, that forces the issue, and there we go. One found. Mutiris burns alive. That is the perfect molly for the situation, but far from the perfect round.
Yeah. Exclamation mark HR in the chat. After that round. Oh my lord. I mean, it of course started off a bit hairy, but it looked good. It looked good. 3-on-2, full rifles, and then MHL just loses its duel in mid, and wow, that bomb could not have dropped in a worse place. Whew. But they survive. They keep going. This surely is... It's surely going to be a clean round now, right? Surely.
Surely. Surely. MHL says surely. I almost got the ace there. Max robbing him. But there they go. Okay, that's the cleanest you were hoping for. But now the guns come out, and I'm most excited to get on board with Story and see what he can do. That op was relentless in the first half, and on Vertigo, generally we look at this second half of the defense to be where an opper's going to shine. So, shine on, you crazy opper.
Vertigo's a weird one because it presents a good few options to a CT AWPer, but it's pretty hard to wrangle off an early entry. More late round, you look at them to come into play. And of course, that's where Story was looking so good on Overpass. 4A start here for Endpoint. They don't actually have the bomb. Someone needs to grab that if they're going to commit. There's a lot of players in the vicinity.
Off to Roman, looking for more. Not quite going to get it, but Jerks is here, and Jerks is in command. Oh, that's a beautiful play towards ramp. This whole area of the map has been denied. MHL has to be careful not to get caught. At this point, MHL and Heavy God, they're solo dolo. Jerks is just spotted. He's got the information on the one, spots the bomb as well. They trigger the rotation back in, but they don't have to flinch. Mutiris and Heavy God, this is the duel, and Mutiris winning it means that, well, good luck, MHL, figuring out a path towards a plant. I think he's just going to save. A lot of time to save, though, Alan. A lot of time.
Yeah. And to ponder and to think over. If he can save, he can drop an AK. Surreal and Fezzle just about be able to get AKs out. Max got a bit of money, actually. So it's really only Heavy God that's going to be sacrificing. But those are not words you want to hear at the start of a comeback campaign. Oh no, that A ramp fight didn't go their way whatsoever. It looked fairly good at the start. They'd creeped up so far. They got more, nades onto sandbags and forced players out. But U-Jerks was just an absolute monster coming out of Ivy. Had all the frags as he slipped his way through the gap. And My God. Does this look insurmountable now for Endpoint?
It does. It really does. Started off with the pistol, right? But that's just kind of like it's getting your feet on the wall, you know, trying to climb back up that gulf. And now at the first tough challenge, the hand slips, sends him careening right back down, and Jerks, well, he might be kicking them off the edge as well.
I mean, given the first half score lines on Overpass and Vertigo of 3-12 from the Endpoint perspective, they're just playing this series on nightmare mode. It's just so hard. It's so hard. They gave it a good go on Overpass, but you have no wiggle room. You have no room for error whatsoever.
They found the kill over towards B. This is interesting now. Oh, where? How, actually?
I think MHO top spawn just takes the fight. That's what it looked like.
Story's coming in towards mid. Everybody's here. Oh my goodness, this op could be about to feast. Could be about to suffer as well. Is he away? He's away. The flash didn't blind him. They have to back off. They're doubling up on the utility, and he actually goes back for another swing, another bite at the apple. Utility all over the place, and that's going to work out. Heavy got catches. That was very touch and go for a moment. But Endpoint have come out the other end of it, and this now sees a situation where unless we have an individual pop-off, run could be over before you know it. There's the first. Found. Jerks. Does he have the right read? Going for mid. Faster was isolated, but he's up to the task. And now that he's gotten that kill, this round should be over. As long as the bomb makes it out of mid, which it has done, it's all good.
Okay. Response right back. Money's on the brink for sAw. Don't think twice about fully investing here. This is the point we were very nervous. Extremely nervous. But those thoughts weren't entirely founded in the end. Okay. 7 for Endpoint. Half buy on the cards for the sAw squad. Feels like a couple of the individuals are starting to warm up. I mean, MHO had a nightmare first half. And on the pistols and of course on the rifles now, he's having a much better time of it.
Roman. Oh, thought he might get the cheeky timing there, but Faster ready for him. We'll catch an aid for his efforts, but well worth the trade. Endpoint with some footholds on towards the A ramp. They're going to activate this mid lurk. Heavy God's going to take this space, and it's continuing to pressure. Why not? You got the nade advantage, you got the weapons advantage. There's just not much to show here on the other side, and they're going to whittle down these targets easy as you like. Heavy God's time to get activated. His time to shine means that Story is left trying to save a set of armor, maybe just get some kills, make it easier to buy up into the next round. That's not looking likely on any front, and he will catch a bullet to end the round. Endpoint winning cleanly. Is that legal, Ellen?
No.
In interesting news from elsewhere in the ESL Pro Tour, Alan, I don't know if you've seen, but while we've been casting this game, Pain has just eliminated Liquid from the Pro League in a 2-0.
Not good for my fantasy hopes.
Nope, mine
That
neither.
is catastrophic.
Or my hopes as an NACS fan.
Well, join me, revel, and roll in the mud as our teams are losing.
Yep. I mean, I'm only really trying to jump you on the celebrity leaderboard, so as long as I can outperform you, we're all good. And you had 2 Liquid players, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And Nikindo had a bit of a shocker.
That's not looking good for you. Rough out here.
Certainly true. These players be tagged up a little bit. I mean, they're not going to take a lot of M4 damage. Did MHO jump and show himself?
Yeah, I think so. Or I was just spamming to the smoke as they're trying to set up a stack, a little bit of a boost over. Still, Surreal wants to give this another poke. He's trying to bait out a response, trying to give something to give them a kill back the other way. The problem is they have to test this up, and they're going to do it dry. Ooh, Story misses his first chance. He wants to peek back in.
Whoa!
No scope attempt is bold. I think he mostly didn't want to get caught there in the kill. 40 seconds. Time's starting to become an issue with this utility down. They're going to be committed in towards this A take, and there's 3 players here to defend. Util coming back the other way. is going to get a bit cheeky, and they're ahead of it. They're ahead of the mollies at the very least. Jerks committing here by the crane, and it's working out. He's dropped the bomb. Now they got confirmation. Now they can rotate everybody over. That mid lurk from Heavy God could be a problem. But if Roman stays alive in the side hall, I don't know if they know he's here. Faster dropped. Doesn't matter now. They've got Heavy God out of position. He just doesn't have time to make this happen. There's no way he's winning this round. 10 seconds to go. He's going to go ahead and save.
Such an awkward exchange for Endpoint. Saw just had the numbers here. They seem to do a good job on saving their nades, actually, didn't they? Because they seem to have so many to lay down on the crane here. And they had, you know, mollies and more nades on the gap side. And it's made their life all the easier. And U-Jerks he's just been absolutely relentless in this series. He is fearless. He's so willing to take... as long as he feels that duel is on his terms, he's going to take it. He's going to get himself out in the open, and he's not scared. And he's been an absolute brick wall. Endpoint can't get through him here on Vertigo.
Boost up. Little cheeky boost up here. They got the space towards B. They don't realize Mighty Max is up, I don't think. He's flashing his way through, though. Max! Max! Had no idea that Just was behind him, so it is a bit of a 1-for-1. Very awkward here. Pressure on to Just. But a re-smoke up should make this a lot more comfortable. And Endpoint, they put a lot of their utility behind this. Gonna be a bit deficient. That was... I mean, look, here's the thing, right? If Max does what he does, but there's also somebody else coming through with him, that looks brilliant. But instead, it's all a bit awkward. I don't know whether they were all on the same page with that take, Alan.
Tried to capitalize. They knew it was solo B for a second, but the cannonades were just way too good. And Story's been so brilliant on the move this series. He's just picked off Heavy God in mid by retaking that angle.
No molly. No molly for Roman. They're going to smoke him. Molly, or just flash him trying to bait a response here. Oh, no. Oh, no, Roman. Only gets one, but it's enough to delay them. It's enough to force them back. They know they're stuck here. He just has to live, and he'll swing with his teammate as well to get the extra kill. Pressure on. MHL will find that at the very least, but that is going to be the least. No, a little bit more.
Stop peeking. Stop peeking, guys.
I don't have to fight him. And he'll come in towards Stories off, and that will get the assurance. 15 on the board. I mean, it's reminiscent of Overpass, right? Even if you get a nice start here on that second half, it just doesn't matter when you're so far down.
Yeah. I think the story of this series, isn't it? I don't feel like Endpoint's playing a terrible T side. They're presenting some different options. Granted, you know, it's still coming out on top on a lot of these are the CT side, but it's not by far and away been an awful offense from Endpoint. They just leave themselves no chance to make mistakes. No chance to make errors. Mid-explosion is in. Roman, nade out in hand, doesn't get punished. And Mutiris remains unchecked in this cubby as Endpoint start to back off. And Mutiris surely hears all of this.
Mutiris can't get caught here by the pistols. Can't get pinched. Faster got a kill elsewhere. He is traded, though. Still, a little bit of inroads. Real's going to take advantage of this space. And he's going to make good on it. Ripper of a fatigue shot. Deletes Just. Now, we might still have a game on our hands here, Alan. I'm starting to believe. I'm starting to get a little excited. Double playing towards mid is a nice read. Nice adjustment. Catch these pistols, but you still have to be able to kill them. They can't finish their food, and they're not going to realize Heavy God's in the same angle as well. So Mutiris, what is happening here? Every fight is just being lost to the pistols in straight-up aim duels.
Bomb has been planted.
Perplexing. Very perplexing. The Fezor kill was straight up the yellow side and gets traded by Story, but over here towards mid and B, it feels like we're just feeding the flames. I guess you can't blame sAw for being confident given how this series has transpired, but they've thrown away the easiest chance they're going to get to win this series. You know, couple rifles and pistols on the others. Now Endpoint recover Z rifles off the bodies on the ground. And I think you're right. The scoreline still looks harrowing for any Endpoint or particularly British fans, but this is double eco territory for the CT side.
Yeah.
They got a lot to think about.
The question is, with stories up alive, how confident are you that they still can't swing around?
Endpoint, they're not going to lose this round. I can't fathom it. I don't want to fathom it. Positive mindset. Positive mindset.
Oh, Story. He's just going. He's just going. He's going in. He's got to support as well. He's got the first shot. Get out of there, Story. He took too much damage on the... That's the problem. And Meteorus is lost, so his bodyguard's down, trying to retrieve that AK. Now Heavy God can just chill back. I know they've done damage on towards the offer. Big threat in this round. Jerks, though. Oh, Jerks, you cheeky boy. You cheeky boy! He got the dink. He almost got the kill, Alan. But as it is, it's going to become a game of save the op now. Try and keep Story alive so you can save his armor as well. Almost got interesting.
Yeah. But, you know, Jerks out in the open. That can be risky. Didn't quite come out in his favor in the end. I mean, an AK recovered.
Yeah.
It's not a horrid eco at the end of the day.
The money's not brilliant over on the Endpoint side either, so they can't really confidently hunt these guns out.
Assuming Endpoint go on to lose the series, it'd be frustrating in the sense that they played all their best Counter-Strike when it feels like these maps are already done. It's not in the early stages. It's not, you know... It's not on the flip of the half. I mean, they've been so far down that it's hard to say it, but, you know... It's not like they're streaking away a massive amount of rounds and then closing up the game. It's only a few gun rounds between them and overtime, and that has to be the mindset if you're Endpoint, because obviously lose one more and you are eliminated from this season.
Mitchell, nice start though. Faster, just trying to take his base. Flashbangs are good. Jerks' vision never clears. And that is a ripper of a start to this round. Dynamic play up the A ramp. Killing towards mid. Everything you could possibly want. You put Story down after he did such a good job with that op in the last. But Roman asked some questions. They're answered. This one's looking over. Oh, my goodness. It definitely over at this point. Endpoint. They just keep clawing this out.
It's starting to feel like in these rounds they're throwing caution to the wind. And is almost making for more explosive Counter-Strike, harder to defend. When they start to unleash a little bit, we're getting Fezzer engaged. We're getting MHL actually activated on this T side, which obviously wasn't the case on the defense. And we're closing up. We're closing on up. Money's not really there for sAw. This round was over in a blink of an eye here on ramp, as they just can't win the initial engagements. Yeah, we spoke about this in a series a couple of weeks ago, but I do actually think this is the case where you full eco is the CD side, and you play for 2 buy rounds.
It'll be alright, though. Let's see what they can do with these pistols. In towards the site. A little bit of investment. Oh, the SMG!
Oh!
The MP9! Uh-oh! Bomb dropped! Alan! We couldn't go before we know it! Who needs an eco when you just kill them with the pistols? Okay. Sanity restored. Sanity gone again!
No!
Sanity out the window! The 5-7s, they're getting it done! It's just Surreal and Heavy God as they're cracking your brain in half here, Alan. Heavy God and Surreal, they're going to slow things down. Gonna try and inject some order back into this round, but I mean, there's only so much you could do with this utility when the bomb is still down. As soon as Surreal's head shows above, the trace is gonna be there. Happy to sacrifice another pistol for that one. Heavy God, what do you got? You gotta live up to your name, and he's got nothing. Muteris puts this one to bed with a 3K sAw. How is that the round they win it on?
Oh my lord, is there any?
You were just starting to
coming back
believe, Alan.
Oh,